Good afternoon. Hello. 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 Woo! Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to welcome everyone to the Women's Initiative Spring Luncheon. And we are thrilled to have you here with us today, and which we already know is that this is an amazing event. This is, if you see what I see, every seat is full, and all the beautiful smiles and different hues and faces, it's just beautiful. I am Assemblywoman Verlena Reynolds Jackson. I represent the 15th Legislative District in the General Assembly, but more prouder, a supporter of Homefront for more than 20 plus years. For me, it's all about people, my passion for helping others, and doing it while living a purpose-driven life. And when I think about Homefront, I think about all the champions and the crusaders that I've met through the years. I think about the compassion care coordinators, the staff that leads community outreach and family support services. I think about the home architects that lead the planning and fund development programs to put events on like this. I'm thinking about the empowerment managers who lead the educational and job training programs. I'm thinking about the guardians who protect the sanctuary where people are able to go and rest and get sleep and sleep peacefully. I think about the wellness advocates and the healthcare coordinators who are dedicated to improving the physical and mental health of our residents. I think about the pathfinders and the staff members who assist our residents with navigating government assistance and personal development as well, because those barriers are real and they are experts in the field to help them get the resources they need. I think about the resilient builders, the counselors who help the residents begin to build their inner strength and empower overcoming any types of trauma or challenges they've been through. I think about the unity champions like you that fill this room, volunteering your time, your talent, and your resources to bring the community together to support Homefront's mission. Yes, you can give a round of applause for yourselves. I think about the legacy creator, Connie Mercer, who poured her heart and soul for over 30 plus years. She continues to inspire us, leading with her compassionate heart, speaking up and speaking out for those who are underrepresented. I tell you, she is an amazing woman, and each and every one of you in this room is amazing. So I want to hear you say, I am amazing. I am amazing. Now look to the person next to you and tell them that they are amazing. They are amazing. Now I feel like we're in the room to celebrate Homefront and the Women's Initiative Spring Luncheon. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for our generous sponsors for making this event a reality: Capital Health, Mason, Griffin, and Pearson, Nassau Street Properties, Quinston Realties, Lameda Foundation, Wade Ray Construction, 153 Restaurant and Bar, Sound Girl 360, and Patricia Paddock Photography. Let's give a round of applause for our sponsors. Now, I don't want to get any trouble because I feel like I'm off to a pretty good start right now. We have many Homefront board members in the room, and they are small but mighty. Could you please stand up for those team members and dedicated members for the Women's Initiative Homefront? Board members, please rise. Thank you. So I have the honor of introducing our fabulous Sarah Stewart, the Chief Executive Officer over at Homefront. She began her career some time ago at Homefront, over 8 years ago, as their Chief Operating Officer and became the Chief Executive Officer in the fall of 2022. She is leading Homefront in every aspect of the organization, organizational phases with the focus on strong evaluations and quality improvement processes, and creating innovative solutions and thoughtful responding to staff and clients' needs, and building a robust multi-level management system. I've known Sarah for many years. I was a social worker in emergency services, so again, me and Homefront, we go way back. But I tell you, when I can call Sarah in the middle of COVID to ask her if I can bring a donation, if I call her and say I got extra diapers or anything, she always takes my call. And so with no further ado, Sarah Stewart, please come to the podium.
Good morning, everybody. So grateful to be here with you all. And Paul, I'm going to pick this up. It is such an honor and privilege to be here with so many caring people this afternoon. I'm going to start that list of caring people by appreciating our MC, Assemblywoman Verlena Malstock. You might think that we asked Verlena because she's a distinguished member of our community, an excellent legislator, a strong representative for the communities we work in, and those are all true. But that's not why we asked Verlena today. We did it because you might not know what she shared before, that before her time in the legislature, she worked with us at Homefront, not at Homefront, but as a key partner in our work to make sure that children and families have safe and decent homes. And so I've seen her do the work. I've seen her compassion in action, and so there was no better person. I can also know that in a personal way. If I'm going to tell you a story that she doesn't know I'm going to tell, I've seen her caring in action. Some of you might know I had a house fire this year, and I'm okay, everything's okay. But in the days after the fire, a lot of people reached out to support me. You know, how can we help? Are you okay? What's happening? How are the cats? They're fine. But Verlena's offer stands out in my mind because it speaks to who she is. Instead of a generic offer to help, she very politely informed me that she was emptying out her closet to bring me things to wear, generously suggesting that I was several sizes smaller than I actually am, and that she was on the way to bring them over to me. That's Verlena, right? That wasn't somebody who was there to say a few nice words. That's somebody who was springing into action to help. And so I'm so grateful for you being here today. Thank you. As Verlena mentioned, I have the great honor of serving as Homefront's Chief Executive Officer. It is a gift to me every day to walk into Homefront, a place that I regard as something of a sacred space. I know it's Sunday, and I don't mean sacred in a religious way. I mean it in the sense that we hope to earn and occupy a place of real trust in our community, from all sides. We work hard to earn trust from the families we serve, taking real care to uphold the dignity and humanity of every person that we have the privilege to support on their journey. We also work hard to earn the trust of our broader community, the people like you who care and want to see a world where no family struggles to make ends meet. I really do think our community cares. Look around the room. Several hundred women and some men, we see you, are taking an otherwise beautiful Sunday afternoon that you could have spent doing anything else in the world to be here with us today. I don't think it's because you love buffets. I think it's because you care. I believe deeply that our community cares for one another. Why else would you be here? So if we have this great caring in our community and we have this great need for the service we offer, we at Homefront have the gift of being part of helping connect the two. We want to be worthy of occupying that sacred space in between, honoring the generosity and caring of our community, and also the trust that our client families place in us to support their dreams and confront their challenges. And that's really what the Women's Initiative is all about. This annual event has grown and changed throughout the years, But what has remained constant is a gathering of caring people, especially women, sorry guys, who want to make a difference. I know Verlena recognized our Homefront board members, but could the Women's Initiative Advisory Board members also just stand or wave to be acknowledged? These amazing women have put together this event. This year, with the guidance of this team and feedback from many of you, we took a little bit of a different path. You might remember that sometimes we have a distinguished speaker or a notable author. Those events are important because they share their wisdom and expand our thinking about the challenges and solutions in our work. But this year, as we talked with everybody about the event, we've chosen to make this program more focused on the wisdom right here, the wisdom and insight from the families we serve, and an opportunity to really celebrate the resilience and triumph in a much more mission-driven way. If you came looking for a good book recommendation, I can still give you those, just see me afterwards. But I hope that today, instead of being moved by great prose, you'll be touched by the real-life impact that our programs have every day. Being CEO, I get the distinguished honor of recognizing some more people in the room. Thank you again to our board and our amazing sponsors. If you know or get to know one of our sponsors, please thank them for sponsoring this event today. We've got an amazing team of Homefront staff here today. If my Homefront peeps could raise their hands or be acknowledged in some way. They are the ones who are stuffing their faces right now because they're waiting. And a special shout out to Paula Allison in the back, who took this amazing with such joy and grace. I've never seen somebody approach the work with more joy and grace. We also have a ton of Homefront volunteers here with us. If you currently or have volunteered for Homefront, can you give me a wave here? Look at all the people. We just had an event this past week where some of us went bowling with our amazing volunteers, and I had the chance to thank them. Homefront was founded on volunteers. It's the lifeblood of our work, and so we're so grateful to those of you that give of your time and talent so generously. We do also have a lot of distinguished community leaders in the room, and I'm going to spare us all from me shouting them all out. I do want to point out, however, that there are more than 15 elected women leaders here. Can my elected official ladies raise their hands? I do not care about your party affiliation, but I am very glad to see women represent us in government at all levels. This is mayors and council people and county legislators and state legislators. When women represent us, we do well. So I'm grateful to them for being here. Like Verlena, I would be remiss if at the outset I didn't recognize that I walk in the footsteps of an amazing founder here at Homefront who is embarrassed whenever I do this to her. When people learn that I succeeded Connie Mercer as CEO here at Homefront, about 99 times out of 100, people say, those are some big shoes to fill. As if I did not know that already. My answer is always the same. It would be literally impossible to fill Connie's shoes and have the impact that she had building this organization up from around her kitchen table and delivering meals to what it is today. So I don't try to fill her shoes. They are hers and hers alone, and she earned them. But I do try to seek to walk the path that she leads us on. Don't make me cry, I have a lot to say here yet. I do try to walk on the path that she forged, staying true to what she started, fought for, and make her proud of where we are today. I hope you leave today feeling proud of where we are. Can we acknowledge Connie Mercer again? In a moment, we're going to turn to a video where, unfortunately, you're going to have to hear me talk again, but more importantly, you're going to get introduced to some of Homefront's children's programs. You probably know that we support children, moms and children, it's kind of the Homefront brand, but you might not know exactly what we do. A quick anecdote about that. Some of you know that we're about to launch our next strategic plan, something we're really excited about. And as part of that process, we did a lot of listening to our clients and our staff and our volunteers and our donors and our supporters and our community partners about Homefront, about the impact we have, about what we want to see in the world. And when we asked folks their impressions of Homefront and our work, an answer that we got kind of a lot was, man, Homefront is great. You guys do so much. You play a really important role in the community. You have really important programs. We are not exactly sure what you do, but you should do more of it. If you're one of these people, we'd love to talk to you and love to take you on a tour of one of our 2 main sites and talk to you about the 35 different programs that Homefront runs. But I would be remiss if I didn't give you a quick sense of Homefront's work, just to reacquaint you. What I often find is that people know us for one thing, right? Maybe you volunteer in a children's program, or you help support our food pantry, or you're a part of helping us develop affordable homes, but you don't see all the pieces. We talk about our work at Homefront organized around 5 core beliefs that I'll mention again in the video. They're things we believe about the world and the way we want to see it. The first is that all families deserve safe, secure housing. Housing is fundamental to everything else that we talk about. Homefront manages Mercer County's family emergency shelter, builds permanent, affordable, supportive housing, and works to prevent homelessness through eviction prevention and rental assistance. Our second core belief is with the right tools, all families can succeed. Homefront provides adult education, including high school equivalency, tutoring and testing, ESL programming, and career-focused employment coaching and certifications. Our third core belief is that families need basic necessities to live lives with dignity. Homefront's resource network provides access to food, furniture, clothing, housewares, diapers, period products, all the necessities that so often feel out of reach for families straining their budgets. Fourth core belief is that personal wellness, whether physical, mental, emotional, is critical to ensuring thriving families. It's not good enough to just have a roof over your head. We want to see people thrive. And so we offer support to break down barriers to mental and physical health, and offer therapeutic programming through art, much of which you see here today. Our fifth core belief we're going to talk about the most today, and that's that children that are nurtured with love and support can really grow on a path to realizing their possibilities. Homefront focuses on the needs of children in unstable housing situations and supports them with evening and weekend tutoring and enrichment, licensed childcare for infants through preschoolers, summer camp, and more. It's this fifth belief that we're going to focus on today. The Homefront mission focuses on building self-sufficiency and breaking the cycle of poverty. Sometimes when we talk about breaking the cycle of poverty, we mean for one family to not have to re-experience the trauma of crisis, homelessness, and poverty. But sometimes we mean that generationally, right? Supporting children to overcome the barriers that have been placed in their way and make sure that they have the resources, support, and opportunities to become what they have always been capable of becoming. Our children's programs are focused on children that are living through housing instability, one way or another, whether living at the Homefront Family Campus in our emergency shelter, in motels, crashing on a family member's couch, or maybe somewhere different each night. There is a certain kind of both chaos and beauty in our children's programs. They're really specifically designed to take each kid's individual needs into account. So the programs are flexible to accommodate the change that we need to meet each day. The joy, though, is always present. And though I have tried hundreds of times to capture that joy and resilience that these programs emanate, I often fall short. Thankfully, we have amazing partners and friends at Riverview Studios who have created a video and captured it better than I have ever seen or described in the video you're going to see. The Riverview team, which consists of 3 guys named Jim and 1 Mary, so a group of Jims and Mary. Thank you so much for always responding to our crazy ideas with creativity and enthusiasm, and thank you for helping translate the magic of our families and our programs into something special to share with this group today. Last but not least, we'll say it again several times, but thank you for joining us today. You'll hear from families that have known struggle and have also known hope and triumph. As a community, we can support our neighbors and share the hope that's sometimes hard to see. Homefront is powered by our community, and it is powered by you. It is possible to make change, family by family, and in the systems that support families here in our community. But we need your voice, your support, and your participation to do that. I know I'm preaching to the choir. You're all here on a perfectly lovely Sunday afternoon when you could be doing anything else. Thank you for caring, and thank you for being here today. We are so grateful for what you make possible. Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Stewart, Homefront's Chief Executive Officer. We are so excited to have you join us here at the amazing Grounds for Sculpture to celebrate the Women's Initiative, the voices of our families, and Homefront's important work. As so many of you know, Homefront helps local families that are impacted by poverty and homelessness. We operate over 35 different programs and services, all designed to give parents and their children whatever it is they need to reach stability and ultimately to help them break the cycle of poverty. We focus our work on 5 core areas: safe, secure housing, tools for success, access to basic needs, physical, emotional, and mental wellness, and support for children. We're pleased that this year's Spring Luncheon is highlighting the stories of resilience, challenges, and the triumphs as shared by the families that we serve. But before we listen to their incredible testimonials, I'd like to share a short story with you. Children have always been at the core of Homefront's mission from our very first days. But our children's programs didn't have a formal name early on. One December, our team, most of them still volunteers at that point, were offered free tickets to see the Nutcracker Ballet at the War Memorial. Understandably, most of the kids were not too sure about seeing a ballet, but they were good sports and they opted to go. After the shows, the children came running out of the venue, sashaying and twirling, practicing their ballet moves. A few days later, their mom reached out to Connie Mercer, our founder and my predecessor, and said, "Thank you for the tickets to the show, thank you for the afternoon, but most importantly, thank you for giving my children joy, hopes, and dreams." There couldn't have been a more perfect moment or name for our children's programming. I always look forward to our Women's Initiative events. I enjoy meeting all of you, celebrating our community, talking about our work. But what makes today truly meaningful is its purpose: to support Homefront's crucial work in ensuring that all children can grow and thrive through academic enrichment and exposure to new experiences, people, and places as part of our Joy, Hopes, and Dreams children's program. This program serves hundreds of children and their families each year, providing them with the experiences, tools, and resources they need to envision a future full of hope and possibilities. Your support and commitment to our work is not taken for granted as we continue to meet the unprecedented need in our community. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for all the ways you help our families and help our children. If you're inspired by today's program, I encourage you to fill out the remittance envelope at your place setting or visit the Homefront table to learn more about our work, including several naming opportunities we have available at our Lawrenceville campus. We often say in our office that hope begins at Homefront, but I'm here to tell you it's much more than that. The joy these children experience throughout the year, the hope that begins to build, and the dreams that they dare to dream all begin with each of you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for believing in our mission and the families that we serve.
The children's programs started off it was much smaller back in the day. It basically consisted of art class, a Tuesday night tutoring, and then sometimes there would be weekend little birthday parties or little celebrations that they would have. We realized that we needed to make this more extensive, a little more comprehensive. It kind of took off from there, and the pieces were added from that, that starting point. The Joy, Hopes, and Dreams program is our after school enrichment, education, and recreation program that often runs 6 days a week, sometimes 7. That includes nights of tutoring, computer coding, art classes, special activities, teen programming, and a whole lot more. When times are toughest, when circumstances aren't real good, sometimes that's what you need to keep going, is you need a little bit of hope to keep your head down and plow, forward and to keep pushing through.
It was at a very young age. I was around 8. I remember they took me out of my other school, and then I had to go to a new school, and everything was very confusing during the time. I had my brother with me, and I had my younger sister with me, and my mom.
I remember my mom showing up at my school and just telling me, "Hey, like we need to go." I was just very surprised, didn't know what was going on. And then later we went to the emergency shelter, and they started explaining the whole thing. Our parents were fighting. It was like domestic violence was involved. So my mom needed to take us to a safe space, and yeah, we slowly adjusted to home front.
The fact that a lot of these kids, you know, where they stay, like, you know what I mean, actually seeing and just like watching like the environment that they have to, you know, go back to every day, and knowing that I can take them out of that environment and like bring some joy into their life, like, and like just get them away and unlock different potential in them that they didn't even know that they had.
When you have people around you that a lot of times see something you don't see, and then they help bring it out of you, it does give you that confidence. It does give you that, I can do it.
The world is not always easy. And so when kids experience a lot of adversity, you need to balance that with good times, with positive times. We go out on our bus and we pick up the kids at whatever spots they may be at. We gather them up and we go to whatever adventure awaits. We go out just about every day and we go to wherever the kids are. Sometimes it could be in the far reaches of our county, and every now and again outside of our county. But yeah, we do go lots of different places, whether it's, you know, motel over here, or our family campus over there, or somebody may be staying over, you know, on this side of town. It's an awesome time. That's where the real fun happens.
The bus was always like fun energy. Chris always had us singing. We had snacks on the bus. Every bus ride was a fun bus ride. I've met a lot of people on the bus ride. I love the bus.
Chris will always like have like songs or like things for us to do on the bus, so it wouldn't be boring. Like, he'll always have us talking on the bus. Like, we'll always be interacting with one another.
I remember that bus pulling up on my street. And once you seen that bus along the side of us, it was home front. You knew it was coming down. It was something special that was going to happen that day. It wasn't just a regular day ever. That's one thing I thank Chris for. Just hearing that door open, yelling, "Elijah, what's going on, man? We miss you." It's like we never even seen each other, and we just saw each other the day before. So it was always that new spark every day, and I love that bus. I love that bus. That bus meant so much to me.
Just being able to have fun, to be a kid, and to be able to play, those things are so important. There are scientific studies that go over when, you know, children experience adverse childhood experiences and circumstances, all of the difficulties that come with that, from learning issues to physiological changes, slowdowns, to just not being able to be on the level of peers. What's been shown to actually undo a lot of the adverse effects of, you know, poor circumstances, of difficult circumstances, is love and warmth and joy and happiness. That's what it takes in order for, you know, kids to flourish, in order for kids to just, you know, be kids and grow.
I've been coming here since I was 6 years old. I'm now 14. They just helped me a lot throughout most of my problems, and like just with a bunch of different things, like whether it be homework, like family problems, home problems.
My teen girls, like when they don't want to go to school or different things, like I'll just talk to them and like let them know, like, you know, I come from a single parent background. I understand when all odds are against you and you might think like, you know, you can't do it, but you can. Like I made it to college. I was able to graduate. When you think you can't do it, you certainly can. And the fact that you have a program like Joy Hopes and Dreams behind you, you know, it makes all things possible.
I used to be in the 60s on most of my grades, and recently I got an award for math, and I'm so proud because math has not been my strong suit over the years. These people have been in my life for so long, and maybe the people that I've met just last year or this year even are really important to me too. So I would just say that they're very important people in my life, and I don't know where I would be without them. They're like family.
So we certainly hope the program is important, but I think it's probably important to our kids and to our families in different ways. I think for some, it might be the experiences, some of the adventures that we go on, some of the opportunities to do new things, to get out there and see different pieces and parts of the world. But for others, it may be the listening ears, it may be just a sense of belonging, it might be the fact that there's somebody on their side, even when times are maybe not the best or times are darkest, but that they have somebody that is consistently going to be there to help them try to navigate through.
I wouldn't say we found the program. The program actually found us. I'm kind of blessed to actually say that. So what Homefront actually kind of did for me was taught me not only unity amongst each other, understanding that family is a very key role here at Homefront.
They honestly brought immediate happiness to us. There was always like a new adventure to go on. It would be like one day we're at a pool, the next day we're at tutoring. Everything was like for our benefit.
I just always looked forward to going there. So like I just felt like it brought a more positive impact into my life and like a more positive environment. I participated in the Monday night tutoring sessions that Chris had, and it was very beneficial because some things I didn't know, but I had a tutor there that would help me with my schoolwork and actually helped me excel in the classroom. My grades improved because I caught myself studying more and actually occupying myself with school. I think that was actually really good for me too. I just graduated college from Keene University with a psychology degree. I'm currently going to get my master's in the fall for my MSW, and then I want to be a therapist for children.
Going through this definitely makes you a better, well-rounded person because I believe every experience you experience in life, it just adds to you and you learn something every single time. Maybe you just learn to have fun in that moment, but you're still learning. You're learning to adapt to new environments, to new people, and everything was just building up, and I know it made me who I am today.
Yeah, so like the tutoring helped prepare us for a lot of our classes. I feel like they definitely helped me with like my English, my math, and they transitioned to help me even in the future, even in college. There's a lot of things that I learned that I utilized in college. And as well as basketball every Saturday for me, that helped me, prepared me. I ended up getting a scholarship at Rutgers Newark. So I feel like a lot of the programs did help me and transition me into the future.
Like you really need a community to raise people. When you have kids of all different ages, it brings this sense of community in which, older can learn from younger and younger can learn from older. And everybody feels welcome and they can express themselves as they are.
I think that's why I'm such a people's person, because of Homefront. Homefront was very, very important on understanding that we're all together as one. Family is family, no matter skin, gender, race, whatever. So I definitely appreciate that about Homefront. It taught me so much. It's too much to even say sometimes. I really can't even put the words to it.
It's this big, beautiful coming together of all of these different people from different backgrounds, from just different walks. And they all come together to try to make this thing we call life a little bit better. We call it family style. And I think at the end of the day, that's really how we try to operate. Sometimes it's not always through genes and blood and genetics. You know, sometimes life makes people family, with making sure people do well in school, making sure people, you know, are situated in their housing, making sure that people have what they need, their basic needs, and making sure people are having a good time and are you know, having some joy and have hopes and are going after their dreams. And I think that's really what Joy, Hopes, and Dreams is all about.
What brings me joy?
What brings me joy?
What brings me joy?
The things that bring me joy are my family, my friends.
Family, friends.
I love making other people smile. That's very big for me.
Seeing my mom happy.
Making sure other people are well taken care of.
What gives me hope?
What gives me hope?
What gives me hope? What gives me hope is seeing my kids do great at school. Just seeing, like, because I have a nephew at home, so he just keeps me going and stuff. And sometimes it does get hard, but just carrying on and seeing my friends, like, every other day.
When I see other people succeed, or, like, when my younger siblings do anything good, like when they get, like, all A's or something like that, makes me proud.
Knowing that I have a community that will always be here to support us.
One major dream that I do have for myself.
What's a dream I have for the future?
I have a lot of dreams.
My dream for the future is to become a child therapist.
Yeah, I definitely want to become a nurse. I definitely want to help people.
One of my dreams for the future is to, you know, make enough money to retire my mother.
One day I just want to be able to give my mom and my dad everything they want.
I want to achieve financial freedom. I want to be an entrepreneur, have multiple businesses.
Homefront have taught me that giving back is more important than you receiving. I would definitely say that's one of my major dreams, is to be in a position to where I can help anybody and everybody, if I can.
You always hear the old adage that it takes a village, right, to raise a child. But Joy, Hopes, and Dreams is the village. You know, that's really what it's all about, is trying to make sure that the kids have some joy and, you know, have hope to keep on going and really go after their dreams.
Thank you. Wow. I don't know about you, but I would throw all these papers up in the air because all the pre-prepared notes and everything, I could not put it all into words of what we just saw. The amazing stories, the amazing hopes, dreams, filled by so many caring people. And you know you're in the right place, because this isn't something that you just do for a paycheck. This is people's lives that they're really compassionate about. This is really their passion. They really want to be able to help and give back and share their talents. And I'm just blown away. And I think we have to just give it up for everybody that was on this amazing show to be able to share. I don't think we could thank the staff, or I call them little people, the little people for showing up. You know, I just think about the bus, you know, the bus of hope that comes down the street. You know, you think about the access to freedom and experiences, and you know when that bus shows up, you're going somewhere. And that inner feeling you have, and I just think about my inner child and how she just leaps when she sees the bus or he sees the bus coming, because that means that I'm going somewhere. Somebody's looking at me, they're paying attention to me, they see me, they want me to excel. And so I say thank you to Homefront for continuing the mission. Thank you all for continuing to be here. But I have a great honor of introducing two of the phenomenal women that were on the movie, Wilmaris and Natea. Would you please come to the stage? These are my two little sisters. And share your story and your journey.
Hi, everyone. Okay. My name is Wilmaris Natea. I'm 23 years old. I love to travel. I love to try new food. I attended King University for 2 years, and I played tennis there. I would love to go back one day, but right now I'm just figuring out my life day by day.
Hi everyone, my name is Natea Davis. I am 23 years old. I graduated in December of 2023 at Keene University with a degree in psychology, and I plan on going to get my master's in social work this upcoming fall or spring semester of 2025, so I can later pursue my career in becoming a child therapist. Right now, I work at Wegmans, and I'm currently a front-end coordinator. I've been there since I was 15, and have been there for almost 8 years. I love to have fun, like Wilmaris said, and I love to have a good time.
I was first introduced to Homefront when I was 8 years old, along with my siblings, Nobel and Vicky, and my mom. When I was younger, life was moving really fast, and it was a little confusing. But, you know, with family, you always find a strength in that. My family and I were living in the Family Preservation Center. It was a very pleasant living space. They always had activities for us to do. And being with my siblings and my mom, we never felt alone. And I do want to thank my mom for showing me all the strength that I have today.
I was first introduced to Homefront in my childhood years with my brother Jamar around age 7 to 8. My mom was a single mother working hard and providing for me and my brother. Sometimes being a single mother can be challenging, but Homefront provided that help for us. Homefront provided housing for us, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. They also provided us with Christmas gifts, Thanksgiving baskets, gift cards, back-to-school items, clothes, tutoring, and basically anything that we were in need of.
Homefront provided us with tutoring, free groceries, gift cards, Thanksgiving baskets as well, back-to-school items as well. Another thing that Homefront provided me with was support during difficult times. I am a leukemia cancer survivor. I'm 12 years in remission right now. Chris would come visit me and lift my hopes up, and he would bring baskets, he would bring presents, and during the time I always felt support from Chris and Homefront, and I do want to thank him for everything. And I actually still have the blankets that he would bring to the hospital. I still do them.
My involvement with the JHD was such an amazing experience. Mr. Chris would pick us up on the school bus and let us enjoy our time with the other kids involved with JHD. We all had a special connection with one another, and I loved that we would have Monday night tutoring, which benefited me a lot and shaped me into the individual that I am today. I'm all about school now and my education, and tutoring helped me a lot and made me want to further my career. My best memory I had with JHD is meeting Miss Wilmaris, and we are still connected to this day. We met at summer camp and instantly clicked and would always go to tutoring together. JHD contributed to my happiness and my appreciation of life. Every time I was with JHD, I always felt a sense of happiness.
Joy Hopes and Dream program has changed my life, and whoever chose the name, which I actually got to see today who chose the name, they picked the perfect name because that's exactly what it means. From 6th games to Disney on Ice to summer camp when I met Natea, we clicked instantly. To Monday and Tuesday night tutoring, to McCarter theater nights. Joy Hopes and Dreams truly shows that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We all come from different struggles, but the program made sure once you're there, there was nothing but joy, and I thank JHD for everything. And that's it.
Okay, we are thrilled to announce that we have a very special surprise today for our special person mentioned often in the video and throughout the event. First, can we ask Sarah and Connie, Homefront's founder, to come up on stage?
Mr. Chris Marchetti, will you please stand up? Chris, come on, please.
No one told me about this surprise.
Mr. Chris has spent the last 25 years at Homefront dedicated to helping kids like us and their parents. He makes everyone he makes everyone he knows feel like their family, and we are both so grateful to know him and love him.
We love you. Chris, on behalf of the Homefront family, we would like to share that a special annual fund has been created in your honor to support the Joy, Hopes, and Dreams program, so you and your amazing team can create new wonderful memories for the kids you serve. Everyone, please stand and applaud Mr. Chris for 25 years of incredibly hard work done in such 11 grades.
Oh, man, this is awesome. Okay. Oh, we're doing a picture? Okay. Wow, what a surprise. Oh, where am I being here? Am I in the middle?
Go right there. You have to be in the middle.
Oh, duck down here. In the middle. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. You guys are great. Love you too.
You were hiding this from me.
Yeah, you did. It's definitely a surprise. I had no idea. Yeah, good way to hide that. You all did really well.
It's important to note, it's a surprise because the odds of him coming, if he knew we were doing this, are very small. So we knew we had to do it as a surprise, but not lost in here. Chris has been working for Homefront for this year, officially, 25 years at Homefront. So an honor well deserved. And a few more beyond that, I think, if we do the math, a couple more beyond that.
Yeah, a couple years of Vista in the very beginning. So
we've been paying him for 25 years. So we just thought it was the right opportunity to recognize Chris for all he's done. So thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
I won't be back next year.
Let's give one more round of applause to Chris. 25 years of service. And for another round of applause for the outstanding job that Wilmaris and Natea did today, sharing their hopes and their dreams. I tell you, this was an incredible story to hear them. Mind you, I called them my little sisters literally because I thought they were like still 12 and 13. They are grown and doing amazing things in the world. So we thank you. Thank you for giving back and thank you for coming today. I'm so moved by the Homefront's programs and services and the impact that they've had on making young people's lives different. And I hope you can join me today in contributing to the work and to contribute to their work and to make the gifts of any size. You know, we are here today as a fundraiser, and I'm looking forward to becoming a part of the Women's Initiative membership and learning more about Homefront's comprehensive approach to helping families in need. I'm going to bring up Megan Cubano, Homefront's Director of Development and Advancement, as she talks about the women's initiatives and the ways that we can give future to their mission. Megan has served in various roles at Homefront for nearly 10 years, assuming the role of Development Director in 2017. She's responsible for overseeing their fundraising and community development engagement efforts. Megan. You didn't say I have 4 cats. Remember the 4 cats? That's what I thought you were going to say. No. Oh, I know. Oh, fun facts. Fun facts. So I'm big on fun facts. And Megan's fun fact is that she has 4 cats. I would have never thought she had 4 cats.
We met on Zoom, and I'm like, that's a very odd question to ask, but I'm here for it. And that was the first thing I could think of. But yes, I am a cat lady, and my husband in the back, a cat man. So thank you all for being here. I know, you've all come from a distance, and we're just super, super grateful and excited. I can't thank Riverview Studios enough. Chris, thanks for being a good sport. And surprise, we had that up our sleeves. So. I'm thrilled to be here today among so many people who are equally as passionate about our work. In my tenure at Homefront, we've had many events featuring prestigious speakers full of impact and goodwill. And yet there's nothing for me quite like this event. The Women's Initiative started over 15 years ago, founded by Amy Vogel, who is here somewhere. There she is. And my dear friend Lisa Smuckler. The initial goal was to have 1,000 women collectively contribute their time, talents, and treasure to gift an underfunded program at Homefront $100,000 through annual memberships. It has grown to be so much more than that. Women and people in this crowd have given much more than their dollars. They have dedicated their hearts to the kids that we serve. They've furnished their college dorms. I think like a whole table over here has been committed to that for some time. They've sent them on the most amazing field trips. They volunteered even during a global pandemic. And they've always shown up for our families in a variety of different ways. Today, this is my job. I encourage you all to donate any amount towards our $75,000 goal and join or renew your Women's Initiative membership. As many of you may remember, we historically have asked for a $100 contribution towards the membership, and after much debate, we are now asking for a donation of whatever size, whatever moves you. So any gift that you make today, you will be automatically enrolled as a Women's Initiative member, including you guys out there. We do have on the screen here and in front of you a very easy way to give, so this is very exciting. You can text WI Gives to this number and then follow the prompts. I made several contributions to make sure that it worked myself, so it's like, let's test this on different machines. And you can also pledge a gift today if you're not prepared to give it in this moment. Before the program concludes, we have one more surprise for you this afternoon. It is a shorter video that was prepared thanks to Paula and the JHD team, Chris, and the kids.
What brings me joy is my family and friends and how I spend time with them.
My best friends.
Basketball. My cousin, she's helped me with my dreams. Brother.
My friends and family.
The park.
Drawing.
My mom. My friends. Everybody in my family brings me joy.
What brings me hope is my school.
My little cousin, because my aunt had a hard birth with him and they said he wasn't gonna make it and he's still here.
My dog. Jehovah. My grades.
Carrie, my tutor, because she's friendly and relatable.
Being here with Christabel.
My family, because I can count on them.
My dream is to be a babysitter because I love seeing kids happy every day and it makes me feel proud of myself.
I want my mom to be rich, have a house.
To go to college and then go in the army.
To go to New York because my brother's godmom lives in New York.
For my dog to come back. To sing, to dance, to read. I have this really cool book named I Am Just Right. It has a lot of cool pictures, funny pictures, and I have another book named Hugley's Breakfast, and he ate a telephone.
I like to be in the NFL.
To be an artist, I want to travel and go places and see things.
A cook. My dream is to be a mom because I love baby dolls. To become a builder so that I can help homeless people. Being the CEO of Joy, Hopes, and Dreams.
There's your succession plan, Sarah. You got a CEO lined up for you. We truly have an opportunity today to transform the lives of children living blocks away from where we are now, right? Enjoying this afternoon at Grounds for Sculpture. In the last nearly decade that I've spent at Homefront, I've heard so many stories and met so many families that have been directly impacted by our many programs and services. I've met the kids featured in this video. Kids just like my 5-year-old son, Amado, that ask a million questions and that dream a million dreams. And while it may be my job to stand here and ask you all to support us, I truly feel a huge sense of responsibility to make sure that those kids are given the same opportunities in life that my son has and will have, and that I have had as a little girl growing up down 95 in Hopewell Township. I hope you'll join me today and invest in the future of all of our children. Make a gift of any size, contribute to our goal, and join the Women's Initiative. Our children are the future, and they deserve to dream, and we can give them that opportunity this afternoon by supporting our work. Thank you to Assemblywoman Verlena Reynolds-Jackson, my new buddy, for being here. Now I'm going to start crying because that's kind of my thing, but I waited till the last minute to start crying. Whoever just gave that, thank you so much. And Thank you to my dear friends at Browns for Sculpture and Rats Restaurant for your thoughtfulness and accommodations today. I hope you'll stay to make new friends, shop some more. The vendors will be open when the program concludes, and also stroll the gardens. They're open till 5 today. Thank you all for being here to learn more about our work in the Women's Initiative. Together, we can truly change lives. Thank you.